myself, I want to thank the AIDS Project of Southern Vermont for dedicating this year's walk to him. And personally, I thank all of you for walking, for donating, and for being present here today. Of course, I'm also grateful to the people who helped me raise money in memory of Bob for this wonderful organization. Bob loved the AIDS Project and first became involved by participating in the annual walks beginning in the late 1980s. He wasn't afraid to put himself out there and walk for and with others to bring awareness to HIV/AIDS during a time when HIV/AIDS was portrayed so negatively in the press as the gay plague. At that time, there was so much fear locally and globally about this epidemic. As he learned more about the services the project provided, Bob jumped in with both feet, both with time and talent and financial support. He stepped up to co-chair 3 of the walks in the early 1990s by leading a core group of volunteers to make sure we kept on track. This was back in the days when we were responsible for everything, such as the advertising, the publicity, securing entertainment, asking for food donations, setting up on the common, and then cleaning up afterwards. Along with his leadership duties for the walks, he found time to produce flyers, posters, and signs, since he was our tech guy and was good with computers. I remember one year as we were going over a checklist to make sure we had thought of everything for an upcoming walk to happen in a matter of days, we realized we had forgotten to get the placards, the signs we carried for the walk. Without missing a beat and not ever so rattled, calm, cool, and collected Bob took it upon himself to go get them. I actually drove since he didn't like to drive, and I had the bigger car with more room, and made sure they were in good shape to walk. Bob also served on the board of directors from 1993 to 1995 and served as treasurer all 3 years. Susan Bell shared a story with me about meeting Bob for the first time in 1990. He had stopped off at the office when it was in the Midtown Mall to drop off his own donation. Now, this might not sound like a big deal, but she remembers how he came in, gave her a smile as he handed her the check, and then went on his way. Since that time, he continued to give annually to the project through his United Way Giving Pledge done at the Brattleboro Savings and Loan, where he worked for 40 years. This was typical Bob. He was one of those quiet, unassuming people that made sure everyone else's needs were always taken care of, including those he knew and didn't know. If you knew Bob, you know that he would be generous in his thanks for this walk being dedicated to him. However, he would not want all the attention to be focused on him. He wouldn't be comfortable with that. Instead, in his honor and in his spirit of helping and caring for others, today, let us celebrate the work of the AIDS Project of Southern Vermont. Thank you.
Bob, we want each of you, Bill and Sarah, to take something living home. Plan it and think about Bob and look at it. We have the Attorney General of the state of Vermont.